Look, this is a realistic video. I'm not one of those teachers that is type A and just has all these bins and everything organized, and I don't think most teachers are. If you are like that, props to you. I wish I had the energy and the time and the stamina for that, but I don't. Again, this is a realistic video, so this is organized to me. Let's go check it out.
California, where do I start? Heavy breathing and heavy heart.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lindsay and I vlog here at That California Teacher about teaching and living in the sunny state of California. Today's video is going to be all about me going through my closets, well, starting with one closet first, one thing at a time. My New Year's resolution is to declutter everything in my life, and so I thought I would get started on my classroom closets because they are atrociously messy and embarrassing and not functional. So I thought, why not get started early? When I got hired at the school that I'm at right now, I got hired at the very end of summer. It was a last-minute placement for me. And the teacher that had previously been in my classroom, she was very organized, but she had a lot of stuff. And as a new 5th grade teacher, I came in seeing all these resources thinking I'm gonna use this, 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 and this, and I never used any of it. Tip, if you're a new teacher and you come into someone else's classroom and they left all their things, get rid of a lot of it. You probably aren't going to use a lot of it because you didn't prep it, you didn't come up with the ideas, you don't know exactly how those resources were meant to be used. So come up with your own things. Unless you find something that you definitely know how you're going to use it, just get rid of everything that's left. So I thought, okay, I'll use all this stuff. So I kept it all. I did use some things, but some other things I just kept in the closet and I never used it. And that's the year that COVID hit, so our year kind of got cut short. So I wasn't able to use any of the social studies stuff the teacher had left me, a lot of the workbooks she left me, and then the year after that was virtual, so I wasn't even in my classroom to be able to go through the closets and organize them and look to see what I really wanted, what fit with my style of teaching. And then the year after that, we came back, and I guess I don't really have an excuse. I intended to go through things, but it was kind of a tough year with the kids coming back from being online and just kind of getting used to kids being in the classroom. At the end of that year, the last week of school, I broke my foot, and so while all the other teachers were cleaning up their classrooms, going through their closets and their drawers and decluttering things, getting ready for summer to come and for the next school year to start, I was in the hospital, so I didn't have the opportunity to organize or clean up that year. The following year, I made it back to school. I was on a scooter though because of my injury, so I wasn't cleaning anything that year. And then in October, I re-injured my foot and it was really awful. I was out of school from October to January, and I returned to school on a scooter while my foot was still healing. And again, I was not about to clean anything, organize anything. I was just trying to make it through each day. So that leads us to this school year. My foot is pretty much healed and it is time. All right. I don't know where I left off. The janitor came in, caught me recording a video. Embarrassing. I think I was explaining and giving excuses for why I haven't cleaned my closets out. Where was I? This is just like teaching, where I get distracted and then I have no idea where I left off explaining things. Oh yeah, so that brings us to this school year, where I have a needy group in multiple different ways, and my closets are a mess, and I have no space for anything in them because I've shoved them full of old resources, and then anything else that I just don't have a place for, I just shove into those closets, and I have no organization in the classroom with my materials, and I just see that it's kind of bleeding over into the kids and their desks. What your students see from you is what they will mirror back to you. And it's very accurate, and it's driving me nuts because I see how messy they are, but then I look at my closets and I'm like, okay, girl, what do you expect? So I'm going to be vulnerable and bring you into one of my closets. We'll start with one closet, and it is past my contract hours. I don't know how long I'll be here filming and cleaning this closet, but I guess let's just get started. We're gonna come along over here, move my chair out of the way, and I'm going to introduce you to closet number 1. This is real. This is like some real teacher stuff. I don't feel too embarrassed though, because I know there are a lot of teachers out there like me who are like, aren't even type A or B. You're like somewhere below. You're like that unorganized. But I have a desire to get organized, and that's all that counts. So here's my closet. Yeah. I don't even know. I have a lot of stuff. I know. All right. I don't even know where to start. I just feel like overwhelmed. All right, so I have my recycling bin, and I decided to start cleaning off the easiest closet for me, in my opinion, which is, the easiest shelf in this closet, which is a shelf where I keep some of my like more techie stuff, and then also some curriculum. So as you can see, I have my X pen here, which I really love. I loved using it during virtual learning. I haven't busted it out in the actual classroom yet, partly because this closet has been so messy that I forgot I had it. I have a bunch of these headphones that are actually so beyond broken that I need to just toss them, so I'm going to do that. And then I have, I don't even know, the super slim drive. I don't even know what that is. This is a filter from a Blue Air purifier that was donated to our school. Honestly, I don't even think it's a filter. I think it's just like instructions. Yeah, it's not even a filter, it's just the instructions. I don't need this, so it's gonna go in the trash. All of these are pretty much not working, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them, but I'm just putting them in here. Like I don't know. I don't know, and I'm overwhelmed and I don't care, so they're just going in here because they don't work anymore. Bye. This is some sort of adapter. I don't really know what it is. I'm sure I used it for something, or maybe I didn't. Maybe it's just been sitting in this closet since before I got here. But I am going to keep it and turn it into the librarian. She kind of keeps track of all of our tech items. Definitely not going to toss that. All right, back in you go. Next, oh, I have this voice amplifier. I never used it. We got these the year after virtual learning when we had to come back and wear our masks, but I didn't feel like the mask hindered me at all, so I never used it. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It has, so it's like a little speaker, and then it has a little clip that you can like clip onto you. And then, oh my gosh, it has the headset. Wait, I'm not even cleaning my room anymore. I'm just gonna like pretend I'm Britney Spears. That's awesome. Let's see. So I go like this. Oh my god. Wait. I think I might try to use this. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, gonna go back on this shelf, but in an organized fashion. All right, so I finished one shelf in my closet of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves. It's almost 4:30. I'm staying here until I finish cleaning this closet. I have to get this done. It's been stressing me out. So let me show you the shelf that I organized. All right, this is the shelf that I organized. I have my X Pen here, this slim drive. I don't know what that is. I'll give it to the librarian. I have this remote control that I keep right here. This remote control was intended for these little lights that I never got batteries for. These lights were intended to just kind of go like on my whiteboard, and then next to it there would be a sign that said talking or whisper voice or loud voice or outdoor voice or indoor voice or whatever you want to call it, and whatever type of voice that I wanted the students to have, they would, or I would press this button and that would be lit up. So mostly just inside quiet voice. I got 1, 2, and 3 of them, and I still intend to use them. I just need to go get batteries, but they've been shoved in my closet for so long that I forgot I had them. So I will absolutely be doing that. Like I said, I have the X Pen, I have this slim drive, don't know what it is. I have the remote control for these lights. I have the voice amplifier that I'm going to open up probably when I come back from winter break. I have these are empty boxes. This is my emergency walkie-talkie box, and this is my projector box. And then these random cords, I don't know, I need to talk to the librarian and see what she says they are. And then I have this random curriculum that has been sitting in here for so long, and I want to use it on the students. It's 5th grade material, but my students are not quite 5th grade level, so we'll see. Same with these writing handbooks. I actually don't even have enough, so that's that shelf. I'm happy about it. Now we have come to the bottom shelf, and the bottom shelf is where the spiders live. I'm not joking, like that's where all the spiders are. And my kids were scared of it, and I am too, but I'm going to clean it out. The bottom shelf is filled with Studies Weekly. That is our social studies curriculum. I personally really love it because there's a newspaper option that you can see right here, and it goes by weeks. And there's also an online option. So if the students are lower level than 5th and they can't read it, they can listen to it online and watch the videos online. They can do the activities online. Some kids prefer the actual magazine, and some kids, or the newspaper, and some kids actually just prefer doing it online. So I let them choose, and some kids use both. So this is an absolute mess, and they are labeled by weeks. I have the weeks pretty much together. I feel like there's a better way to organize these rather than just shoving them in piles, but I don't know what that is yet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I have all of, well, not all of them, but a ton of the studies weeklies laid out by week. Studies Weekly did just recently update their curriculum, so I had some Studies Weekly, like this one, that have been shoved in the closet since COVID hit, and we weren't able to use them, and they just keep bringing us more. So like this one says USA Studies Weekly, this one says Studies Weekly, this is the old one. So unfortunately I'm going to have to trash these, or I was thinking of finding some sort of like art activity that uses newspaper. I think that would be the better option. I just have so many that I need to get rid of. Not these ones, just the ones that say USA Studies Weekly. So any of the newspapers that say USA Studies Weekly, I am going to be putting them into a brown paper bag and then going on Pinterest tonight and seeing how I can repurpose them, because I feel awful just throwing them away, but we never use them, so. Alright, at some point I am going to need like a filing cabinet or some sort of filing system to put all of these Studies Weeklies into, but until now, or until then, I'm going to use these binder clips to at least just clip the different weeks together and then put them back in the shelf organized and clipped. Maybe tonight I'll do some research on what other teachers are doing with their Studies Weekly. If you're watching this and you also use Studies Weekly, please comment, like, what do you do? What do you do with the magazines or the newspapers? Because I'm at a loss, and there's over 30 weeks, at least for 5th grade. So I'm going to get started clipping, and then I'm actually going to leave because the sun's going down, and I don't want to be here this late. I don't want to be here when the sun's down. That's a long day. All right, I'm going to get started. So I did week 12 and week 13. I'm looking for week 14. Did I accidentally throw it out? Week 32, week 16, week 17, week 18, week 14. Week 14 is all about Plymouth. Got it. I guess while I'm doing this, I could just chat with you a little bit. So my students go back and forth with a unit in social studies, and then they'll go to a unit in science, and then a unit in social studies, and then a unit in science. And we started off with the Native American nations, so social studies, and then we jumped to the water cycle, which we're on right now, and we're about to be done. And then when we come back from winter break, the students are going to be learning about explorers, and I know that's kind of like a hot subject for a lot of teachers, but I really like the way that Studies Weekly presents it. It's not all about these people were amazing and we'd be nothing without them and let's honor them. It shows both sides of the story. Alright, basically what I did, since I don't have any like filing system for these, is I just clipped them all as you saw, and then I put them back in the shelf. It's not what I prefer, but there is a sense of organization to it, so I'm okay with that for now. But like I said, I'm going to brainstorm with other teachers who use Studies Weekly on what they use, because I have no idea what I'm doing with all of these newspapers. And they are organized by units, so that's something. Okay, the time is currently 5:12 and it is getting so late, and I'm pretty sure the janitor wants to leave. I got 2 of my shelves done. I'm very proud of myself. I was ambitious and thought I could get the whole closet done, but Rome wasn't built in a day. I think that I will come back tomorrow, and I will maybe on my lunch or maybe in the morning on my lunch and after school work on it, because I don't want to have to stay here this late again. But I do know that organization is important. It's important that your kids see that you're organized. It's important for you to be organized as a teacher, so that way you can teach your students in an organized environment and in an organized way. And it's not a strength of mine, but I am working on it. Until tomorrow. Hello, welcome back. It is now Wednesday, December 6th, and I am going to continue cleaning out my closet. I started on Monday. Tuesday, I was just so mentally and emotionally drained from all of the energy that the students brought in that day, that I was mushed by the end of the day. And then today, I feel energized. The kids, I think, were too tired to defy me or mess around, so it was kind of a quiet, on-task day. So I have energy, so I'm going to continue cleaning my closet. Alright, where I left off was tossing these old Studies Weeklies out. I don't think I'm going to use them. I did want to repurpose them. Unfortunately, I am going to just toss them into the recycling bin. At least they'll be recycled. And then I'll feel really bad about it tonight, and then I'll get over it. Today's focus is going to be on this shelf right here, which is my math curriculum shelf, or it should be. That's my mini crock pot. I have to find a place for it. I usually use it for heating cheese up or tortillas when I do a taco day as like an incentive for my students. I do need to find a place for it, but the math shelf is not the place for it. So let's get started with all of this. All right, I am finding so many treasures in here. These are previous yearbooks that I used to just have in my library, but the students this year, when they come in at recess or we have a break, they just beeline it to these yearbooks. They want to look at all the old pictures, their old memories, which is awesome, but I'm finding that they are starting to make like mean comments about themselves and other kids and their friends, and like making fun of each other, and it just was like getting out of hand. But I definitely want to keep these. I don't want to get rid of them. I just can't have them out like on display for the kids, which is unfortunate. But to be honest, I used to look at my old yearbooks and like gossip. I think it's just a kid thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just a mean girl thing. Maybe I was a mean girl. I didn't think I was, but maybe I am. I don't know. So I am just pulling a bunch of stuff out of this closet, and then I'm going to put it all back in an organized fashion and maybe trash some stuff. Maybe find some gems of activities in here. And also just organize my math curriculum books, because it's always good to have those organized on hand in case you don't know how to do a certain math problem, which is me. The math in 5th grade is really hard. Eureka math. honestly, once I just took all the trash out and just threw it to the floor, my shelf is pretty organized. I have all my math curriculum and my math books pretty much organized. I do have random like science books thrown in, and then I have random ELA books thrown in, but I'm going to move those to the shelf above where all my ELA curriculum is. As I'm cleaning this closet out, it's really interesting because I am finding books of like engaging puzzles and fun writing prompts, and I kind of just felt like, oh my god, all this stuff has just been hiding behind trash in my closet. I could have been utilizing all these resources this whole time, but because everything was such a mess, I wasn't doing that. Oh my god, I'm like such a shitty teacher. But then I have to remember, I'm here cleaning it right now, I'm here decluttering right now, and we have the entire half of the year left for me to actually utilize the things that I bought that were left for me, that the students would actually enjoy. Cleaning just brings clarity. Organization brings clarity, and when there's clarity in the classroom, you can think as a teacher and your students can think. And maybe I'm doing this in December, decluttering in December, but it's going to help me in January, February, March, April, and May, and next year as well. Even though I feel like, ugh, I should have done this at the beginning of the year, there's always room for improvement. You can always become a better teacher. You can always have better organizational systems. It doesn't matter the time of the year. So if you have a messed up classroom or a dirty closet, or your routines and procedures are just kind of like all out there and crazy, you can start at any point. You could start decluttering and cleaning up and organizing and coming up with strategies in March, and that's still okay. I mean, it'll help you more for the next year. It doesn't really help you for the year you just had, but you have to start at some point. Oh my god. It is coming along pretty well. It is 4:29 right now. Definitely past contract hours, which is fine because I'm recording this video and I don't want to do that during contract hours. It's coming along really well. I definitely think that I can finish it today, probably by 5, or hopefully before then. Yeah, let's take a look at it. All right, LOL, because I said it was coming along well and there's just shit all over the floor and a crock pot on my student's desk. And this weird, like, I don't even know what that is. But look at this. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. And then turns out, same thing up here. I had a ton of stuff organized and I didn't even realize it because I had all of this junk just covering it. I kind of took a break from cleaning because a lot of the junk that I just showed you that was on the floor was not actually junk. It was artwork and students writing journals from last school year when I was out from October, November, December, came back January because I had my foot injury. And I am not shy about this. That was my favorite class I have ever had to date. And I loved them so much because they were so appreciative and they wanted to learn, and they were a rowdy bunch, but they really wanted to learn. And just as human beings, we bonded. You don't always bond with your students. As much as you try, they're human and you are human, and some people just don't mesh. And that's okay. You don't have to be rude or mean to your students, and they don't have to be rude or mean to you, but as an adult, you just kind of understand that, like, they are human, you're human, you might not bond. But I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. They just, last year was just awesome. I loved them, and I loved taking a little break and going through all their art and their letters to me and their journals, and I just miss them. All right, I need to get back to cleaning this thing. This closet is organized. There are quite a bit of curriculum books. Yes, we are expected to use the curriculum, but if we feel that something's not working or the students are getting bored or we need to be more engaging, we'll sometimes do novel studies. So I don't necessarily use all of this curriculum, and I feel like it's taking up a lot of prime space for other like ELA type books that I might want to put on this shelf, like supplemental engaging activities and engaging worksheets for the students. There is a shelf one above. I am super short. I don't even know what's up there. I think it's like some bins that have books in them, and then like a paper cutter. I think I'm going to put some of the Journeys ELA curriculum on that shelf. That'll free up this shelf for stuff that I'm actually using. Okay, that definitely freed some space up. I moved a ton of curriculum teacher's guides that I'm just absolutely never going to look at up onto the top shelf. Whew, I feel like I just got a workout. I threw so much junk out. I stopped to look at some of the sentimental items. I finished cleaning my closet. And look, this is a realistic video. I'm not one of those teachers that is type A and just has all these bins and everything organized. And I don't think most teachers are. If you are like that, props to you. I wish I had the energy and the time and the stamina for that, but I don't. Again, this is a realistic video, so this is organized to me. Let's go check it out. Okay, we are not looking at this part of the closet. Let's start down here. I have my studies weeklies. Yeah, I could probably find a bin or something, but for now, it's cleaned and organized. It was atrocious before. This level of my closet, I didn't really talk about. I never touch it. They are the Journeys ELA readers. They are too high for my students, and I don't really even know, like, how to use them. So just old curriculum that the students aren't interested in. I was never trained on. This is my techie shelf with some curriculum books behind there. This is my math shelf, my math and science shelf. I have some of my Common Core cards there, my math curriculum, and then some supplemental materials. We go one up. I have my ELA/writing shelf with all my teacher's editions, and then supplemental activities, and some writing stuff up there that I'm not going to get into right now, but I'll do a whole video on that later. And then this top shelf, which is stuff that I didn't want on this shelf. So, no, it's not perfect, but oh my god. This thing. My crock pot. Here it is. I am finished cleaning that one portion of my closet. I feel good about it. It's nothing fancy, but I just feel like I have a slight bit more clarity that things are on the right track and getting my classroom organized. If you made it this far watching this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Sometimes it can be hard to want to create content on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok and not feel like I have a picture perfect classroom, or I just always know what I'm doing, or I'm dressed to the nines. But I think most teachers aren't. Most of us don't have picture perfect classrooms. Most of us are just kind of like getting by day to day. So I know there's a place out there on the internet for me and my style of classroom and my style of organization and my style of teaching. So again, thank you for watching and getting this far. Thank you so much for watching again. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at @thatcaliforniateacher. Thank you. Bye.